Well, what a gorgeous day we have we not? Upper 70s. Some of us pushed into the 80s. Man, I should be wearing my Hawaiian shirt instead of this thing today. Good afternoon, everyone. Meteorologist Michael Wilhite here with Southern Indiana weather. It is about 5:46 in the evening time, Eastern time here. It is April 13th, 2014. April 13th, and we are sitting at a normal high today of 68 degrees. We made it up to 79. I forecasted 77. We'll take that. We had a gorgeous day yesterday as well, but don't get too used to it because unfortunately it looks like some big changes are on the way. Today's update is sponsored by Metal Magic in Washington. Give Chad a call at 698-8555 for all of your paintless dent repair needs. If you're a traveling hail team, folks, if you've got some hail damage or some dings on your car and you need to get it repaired, give Metal Magic a call. Call Chad. They know what they're doing. They're PDR Nation certified, which gives you the peace of mind of knowing that you've got the backing of PDR Nation. Along with that, you can go to pdrnation.org. You can read reviews that have been left about Metal Magic. You can write your own review about Metal Magic and help to keep them accountable. And because of that accountability system, folks, you know that you're going to be getting quality work done whenever you get your work done at Metal Magic. So write that number down. Tell them Southern Indiana Weather sent you. All right, some severe weather going on out to our west. We don't have to worry about any of that. Clouds are thickening back up, though. If I turn the satellite on, you can see how the clouds are really starting to stream in here now, not scream in here. A few breaks in those clouds still, but expect those to cloud up more and more as the nighttime goes on. We'll take the satellite off here. You can see some severe thunderstorm watches and tornado watches well across this line as well. What all this is essentially is in response to a very large low pressure system, and you've got a cold front that's along this baby as well, and that is all going to be pushing its way in our direction. Remember, winds rotate counterclockwise around this low, and by the way, look at what you've got up here with this as well. You've got a huge area of good old snow, and this actually will come our way. I'm expecting that some of us may see the chance of some flurries on the backside of this low, as this low will sort of stream up in this way, and as the cold front is drugged through behind it, once we're on the backside of that low, we'll see the chance for a little bit of those snow showers tomorrow night. I'm not expecting any accumulation, but certainly we've got big changes on the way. We can go to future radar and we'll start to time it out a little bit. Let's look at the HER model. This is the highest resolution model that we have. Here we go into the late hours. Here's by 11 p.m. tonight, and you can see that's starting to stream into our area. Here's that line with the severe thunderstorms out there as well. Watch it quickly move in behind it as well. It will break up the way the HER model looks, and this is as far as the model goes out into 5 a.m. And so we do get some light showers and a few thunderstorms overnight, but certainly this is more will be on the way. This is just as far as as this high resolution model sees out. If we switch over to the 4 kilometer NAM, our other high resolution model, which sees out a little bit longer, you notice it takes it a lot more blocky and in wider swaths than what the high resolution rapid refresh, the HER model, does. And that's because the HER is a really high resolution model. This is still high resolution, not quite as high though, so it's not overly as good. Still pretty decent though. Watch how this moves it out though. You can see rain moves out here during the morning hours. We get a little bit of a break, becomes more scattered, then we have more rain on the day coming in. Even watch out to our north, you see some light snow showers with this as well. Then on the back side of the system, as it moves out, we run the risk or the potential of a little bit of snow showers as well with this. So we will see what that does, or whether it does anything or not. Right now it doesn't look like a strong chance, but the chance does still exist. The big story is going to be the temperatures. Here we are right now with our temperatures this afternoon. As that line moves through during the overnight hours, you can see that cold front inching over close to or towards us. All right, this actually wants to do a little bit differently than what the GFS and some of the other models do. The NAM is the only one that's pushing it this way. We start out by around 61 degrees or so, and this actually warms us up to near 70 degrees by the noontime hour before it starts the downward decline and moves it through. In fact, well, it's not just most, all of the other models take us down and take the cold front through much quicker than this. But regardless, whether we hit 70, whether we hit the lower 60s, we are going to fall during the afternoon hours. And by the time the evening hours come, we'll put this in here by the time we get to about 8 a.m. on, if I can get it to stay here on Tuesday morning. Here we go. If I can leave it alone, notice that we are below freezing over much of Indiana. So if you have plants that are very sensitive to these type of things, it might be best to cover them up with some plastic. Bring them in if you have that ability as well. Gardeners and landscapers, if you love your plants, take care, because it looks like we're going to have sort of a late season freeze here. Unfortunately, the way it looks. Now, let me show you this as well. This is what the GFS model says. Here's that cold front moving through here as well. By the time we are around 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, notice that it's about 4 or 5 degrees cooler than what the 4-kilometer NAM was. And then, as we move through the day, notice that we don't warm up much, and the temperatures fall down behind that as well. We're going down to a low around the freezing mark into the upper 20s here as you go a little bit more north as well with this. So we've got multiple models giving credence to this idea. Looks like it's going to be cold for a couple of nights. In fact, on Tuesday, we're only going to warm up to a high in the very low 40s. By the time Wednesday morning comes in, it looks like to even be colder. Looks like we're talking upper 20s over most of the area. Then we'll warm up into the low 50s on Wednesday, and then by the time Thursday morning hits, we're actually going to be into the 40s for a low. So temperatures will moderate out over where it has been. Yesterday, it was looking like we might have 3 really cold nights. Now it's looking like it's just 2 really cold nights. So that's a good thing, but nonetheless, with those plants out there, if you've got any of your begonias or pansies or petunias or things like that out there, things that could be very sensitive to that, I advise you, if you have any ability, to either cover them up or take them in. Consider yourself warned, folks, because that's not going to be a good thing. Now, we are going to expect some rain with this, as we saw on future radar. Here's what the GFS model says about that. You can watch this rain move through here, and then it even, over the chance of Tuesday morning, gives us a very slight chance of a little bit of rain, but it mostly moves on. GFS is not aggressive with us on precipitation anymore. We're talking about maybe a half inch or so of precipitation area wide. That's not bad. Certainly we'll take that over multiple inches of precipitation like the model was saying before. High resolution NAM is a little bit more aggressive and takes some pockets of around an inch. So I think a good half inch to an inch is sort of a good estimate of the type of rain amounts that we can be expecting over the next couple of days with the system. Doesn't look like it's going to be a 3 or 4 inch rain. That's certainly good, because some of our rivers are still pretty high up there, and our ground is still pretty soggy, so we really don't need that. Beyond this, though, it does look like we will have plenty of rain as we continue on throughout the days. Looks like we'll have some pretty days next week as well. But then by the time next weekend rolls around, here's Friday of next week, you see another little rain system moving around through there as well. And then as you go through the extended period, you can see more precipitation moving in. So we still, April showers bring May flowers. That's what they always say, right? Well, it looks like we're going to have plenty of opportunities for rain over the next couple of weeks to bring us more of that. Certainly not what I know our farmers want to hear. It would be nice to see some of these fields dry out just a little bit, and the warm-up take place so that farmers get out there and start planting their crops. But unfortunately, it just looks like a very cool pattern with plenty of chances for rain coming up the way things look. All right, let's go to southernindianaweather.com, and you can get your Ubelor and Sons 7-day forecast. Going down to around 61 degrees for a low tonight. Again, showers and thunderstorms likely overnight tonight. Probably 10 or 11 o'clock tonight, they'll start moving into the area and then filling in during the overnight hours. Still expect it to be breezy tonight with south winds 15 to 20 miles per hour overnight time as well. They'll start to die down a little bit more by morning, as they'll be turning more out of the southwest, about 10 to 15 miles per hour. But then once that front passes, and that front will probably pass sometime in the morning hours, if those along the Wabash River should see it start to take place pretty early, 8 or 9 a.m. I would think the front will be starting to pass for you. Those of you closer towards the Louisville area, it's probably going to be more like noon or maybe even 1 or 2 o'clock before that front passes, and then all hours in between as that front moves through. So we will cool down eventually. It's a question of how much do we warm up. I'm forecasting 61 degrees for a high, and then falling. I think 61 will be our low tonight, that what we're going to wake up to around 8 or 9 a.m. tomorrow morning roughly, and then should start to see going downhill temperatures from there. at least for southwest Indiana. Those of you closer towards the Louisville area may actually warm up to 64, 65 degrees before you start to warm off. I'm skeptical of anybody reaching 70. I suppose it's possible in far southeastern Indiana, but regardless, we will all fall during the afternoon hours. Once the front is past us and move through, we'll fall through the 50s during the afternoon and then through the 40s during the evening hours, and then go down to an overnight low of around 32 degrees with those 10 to 15 mile per hour northwest winds. Again, slight chance of snow flurries, maybe some snow showers. I'm not expecting any accumulation, but I do expect that some of us may see some of them. Not all of us. By the time the cold front moves through and we've cooled down that far, the moisture should be starting to dry out, hopefully. But there will be enough around for just a few snow showers around the area, so a few of us could see it. Unfortunately, we're not warming up very much more at all on Tuesday, as we only warm up to a high of 45 degrees. Cold, breezy northwest winds again. Slight chance of rain or snow showers early, but those should be gone really by probably 10 or 11 a.m. at the absolute latest, and be partly cloudy the rest of the day. Then we start the warming trend again, thankfully mostly sunny on Wednesday up to 56, 63 on Thursday under partly cloudy skies, and then by the time you hit Friday, you've got another chance of rain moving in, 65 degrees. So nice seasonable weather. 68 is a normal high for this time of year, but 65 is pretty seasonable still. Mostly cloudy with a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. 40% chance, and it doesn't look like a deluge of rain there either, but certainly enough to keep us wet again. And then next Saturday, looks like a pretty much gorgeous day with temperatures pushing the 70-degree mark under partly cloudy skies. Sunday looks like a pretty nice day moving in from there as well. So that is the latest video update for tonight, folks. I'll have another one of these updates for you for tomorrow evening. Just expect cold weather tomorrow, all right? You need to take that jacket with you. You may not want that jacket whenever you're walking out the door in the morning if you're still waking up to the 60s and you're thinking, oh, it's going to be another pretty day. But folks, by the time you have your drive home from work, you're going to see some big changes. I can guarantee you that. All right, that is it for now. For Southern Indiana weather, I'm meteorologist Michael Wilhite. Have a great night, folks.